Welcome back to the Handy Landlord. So here we have a gas leak. The tenant was complaining of a headache, an egg smell. She smelled egg throughout the entire house, so I was expecting a very large leak. Now I did rush right over there after I got done cleaning the red rocket, so I had better aerodynamics for my trip over there so I could get there fast. A little more alarming than the gas leak is that massive hole from the old water heater that is in the chimney. See it right there to the right? I do fix that later in the video. At some point, the water heater was changed out to an electric water heater, so the gas line right here is no longer used, and it actually extends over and goes over to look like what used to be an existing gas dryer. Both of those are not used. Right here, I am adding a device so I can pressurize the system up to about 10 psi. You can buy them off Amazon. This one is just from Home Depot. Now, the gas is off to the building, so it is off outside. I just want to say that because I know somebody is going to comment that, but it is off. The gas is off, and then once you have that device added to the gas line, then I am just pressurizing it. I don't have a Coleman gauge. I know that's a more official way of finding a gas leak, but then I just pressurize it to about 10 psi. Then grab some bubbles and start leak checking. Now I have used Dawn soap and Windex. I've used a little bit of everything to find these leaks. If you have these brass shutoffs, go to those first because 99% of the time that is where it is leaking. Now you actually can repair that brass shutoff. They're old, but you can repair it, and I'm actually shocked that the guy from the gas company did not repair that because normally they will. Right here, once I found that gas leak, I was like, all right, let me go. I removed this gas line that was running over to the dryer and then running to the old water heater. Just went ahead and got all of that out of there. It was kind of just a mess, so I got that out of there, went through it in the truck, looked for a shut off to see if I had one. If I didn't have a shut off, I was just going to re-pipe dope that old valve and put it back together and see if I could get it. But I had one in the van. I found one. There's everything in that van. Now I tried 2 pairs of channel locks. That did not work, so I had to get the pipe wrench to get this union apart. I was a little confused when the line popped up like that. It was like it was being pulled down. So I looked into that here in just a minute, but then I go up to the top there and unthread where the shutoff is so I can replace that shutoff. And I kind of inspected the line. It was dangling around. The support for the line was not doing anything. Right here, I go ahead and take that shutoff off of the gas pipe so I can put the new ball valve shutoff on. I did not record fixing the line that was dangling around, but I did add bracing to it. Applied some pipe dope, did a sloppy job right there, got it all over the end of the pipe. So I used my finger and get it out of there. You don't want it inside the pipe. You're going to block off or it's going to get in your valve. I kind of wipe the face there too, and then add the shutoff and start reinstalling it. Tighten it all up, start reinstalling it. A plumber once told me that if you have your pipe dope smashed into both threads that you are 99% of the time good. So I make sure that I fill both sides of the thread with that thread sealant pipe dope. So I do use a wire brush and I clean up all the old joints there before I put the put the pipe dope on. I clean up the joints. I really like this headlight. I feel like a Jedi or something. Or an angel. I kind of look like an angel. All right, yeah, yep. Angel that repairs gas lines. All right. I took one side of the one side of the union off. I took that off and I was trying to add a little bit of pipe. I do use this plumbing tool to clean out the inside of the threads whenever I have a fitting. I do use that. Just a quick little tip. And then I was trying to find a little bit longer piece of pipe. Unfortunately, I had missing some sizes in my bin. I was digging all around. Couldn't find the size that I wanted, but I found something that was a little bit longer than what the existing one was. So I went ahead and used that just to give it a little bit more length. Alright, so I put all this together. I pipe doped it and put it back together, tightened everything up, and then once I got that done, I went ahead and moved my pressure gauge on down there to that T. It was a 3/4 to an 1.25 inches. I moved my pressure gauge there, pumped it up, let it sit on 10 psi for a minute, watched it, and then I opened the valve to the furnace, went back, and I checked that pressure gauge again to see where it was, took reference of it. I normally take a picture of it, and then I go and do another repair on another gas line after I change that filter, after I patch this hole here. There's a metal cap in there, and then I went ahead and future work, went ahead and cemented around that line. And then here is the next job. So they both were gas lines. I had to remove this. I have to get this around the corner so that the gas company can put a new meter in, some sort of code thing where the meter has to be visible from the street or something. I have no idea. But anyways, long story, that's an amazing paint job on that house. Long story short, I ended up unthreading this, and then I extended over, didn't do a lot of video recording, extended over, that is 1-inch line, and then they just said put a 3-foot, 2-foot piece around the corner, and we will do the rest. So hopefully they do the rest, and I'm all good. I had to do some creative work with this gutter, just put some blocks in there to space it out so that gas line could run behind that gutter. All done there. There's one other issue there that I have to come back for, but then about 3 hours later, I go back and check the pressure, check my phone, still at the same pressure. It was like right on 10. Pipe dope it, put a cap in, and call it good and get out of there. I informed the tenant to call the gas company, and she should no longer have any more headaches because I got that massive gas leak fixed.